Hello. Welcome to my channel. Appreciate you being here with me. Today we are going to do a shopping haul. It's kind of a collective haul, several stores over several weeks. I didn't just do this all at one time, but I've been saving it for a video. So there's a few Christmas items here, but mostly it's more fall. As you may or may not know, if you've watched my previous videos, I previously lived in an apartment, and to be close to my job, yada yada yada, I had sold my house, all these good things. Anyway, at my house and my apartment, I didn't really have a lot of storage, so I kind of had to reuse the same decor. Like, I would implement one or two new pieces, but without being able to store it, and I was not getting ready to rent a storage unit for just a couple of tubs, I just limited my decor. So now I'm in a house that I am renting because I want to buy, but I don't want to buy here in Kansas City. Like, I do not. So I'm in limbo on that. So for now we're renting, and that's okay. But I have quite a bit more storage, which I am quickly running out of already. However, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. So I am playing catch up on my decor. Now, last year I did quite a bit of Christmas stuff, and I didn't have my YouTube video back then, so you won't see that stuff until Christmas, November 1st-ish, when I put it out. But I am definitely making up for lost time with my fall decor and a little bit of Halloween decor. So what you're going to see today is primarily for fall, but there will also be a few pieces for Christmas. Now, if I lean this way, the sun, yeah, right there, the sun just blinds me, so I'm kind of leaning over a little bit as I lean down to pick up stuff. Hopefully the sun doesn't blind you. That is definitely not my intentions, but I need to be able to plug into this spot as well as charge my phone at the same time, or my phone would die. It's been a busy day in the insurance world. So I am drinking some good old iced tea with lemon, my favorite, while using my little ghost coaster. You don't know how much that tickles me. Well, it's the little things, people. It's the little things. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with HobbyLobby. And I do have my glasses because y'all know I can't see half of this stuff. So we'll start with HobbyLobby, and let's see what we have here. I believe most of this is in this bag is Christmas. So I have these little guys. I have some of the larger ones, but this year they came out with the small ones, and these are so beautiful. You can use them in your Christmas tree. You can use them, tuck them in like on a floral display on your table, or you also can make a wreaths with them. Now, I have tubs full of stuff to make wreaths, which I have yet to utilize. So you might see one of those videos soon if I can get around to that. Anyway, I picked a couple of these up. They were $4.99 at 50% off, because right now their Christmas stuff is 50% off. Their fall is still 40. I wish they put that on sale. It's 50 for Christmas, 40 for fall. And then I have more of these guys, but these are the silver and kind of clear. They're so pretty. These are the mini ones again. I have two of those. The other one's dangling around here. And again, $4.99 at 50% off. Sorry for the rattling of the paper, but that's kind of what comes along with the haul. Picked up another one of these guys. It's small, but I have some hurricane lamps that I put these in. I have one or two from last year. I don't remember how many, but I love them. I love the way they look in the lamp. It's just like a little subtle touch of, I don't know if you could see, but they're glittery. I love them. They're just little Christmas trees. I'm primarily going to do reindeer and Christmas trees along with my candy cane colored Christmas tree this year. Kind of a sneak peek into what things will look like. Just because I'm building on the items that I had purchased last year. Now, for Christmas, I have ornaments and decor that I've had since my children were little bitty. I refuse to get rid of it. When I put that out, it just reminds me of my kids and the many Christmases we spent together as a family. Obviously, we still do, but it's, you know, it's different when they're older. So you will see some vintage stuff around my house. I'm not going to not ever put it out. I put it out every single year. And I'm just going to kind of blend that in with everything else. But for the new updated stuff, I'm really focusing on reindeer. But I love Santa Clauses, I love reindeer, and I love Christmas trees. So we're going to pull it all together. That tree, by the way, was $5.99 at 50% off. And then I bought this guy. I had two of them picked out. I had the standing one and the sitting one. However, the sitting one, I noticed that the antlers were broken. And these seem to break really easily, but they are so beautiful. It's the acrylic reindeer. I have some from last year, but I'm just building and adding my collection. I know one of my grandkids broke one last year, and I couldn't get it to glue back because I don't have the patience to sit there and hold an antler for 10 minutes while the glue sets. I'm sorry, I don't. But I'm going to try. I'm going to work it out because it's beautiful. It actually has gold antlers, and they are so pretty. This guy was $27.99. I'm doing this without glasses too, yeah. This was $27.99 at 50% off. And then the only other stuff that I have from Hobby Lobby are some picks. So I am, obviously October 31st when it's over, I'm going to update and remove all of the Halloween stuff that I have and just keep out the fall decor in my kitchen and dining area. But my living room, pretty sure that I'm going to have living room Christmas, dining and kitchen Thanksgiving / fall until Thanksgiving is over. We'll see. So that is my game plan for now. So these picks that I picked up these little guys. I think these are called zinnias. Oh my gosh. I picked up 5 of these. Here's where I will need my glasses. These are 40% off. $1.99, 40% off. And so I do know that I'm going to have a dining room table display, and I'm going to tuck these in. This is that Merlot wine burgundy. It's all the same color, whatever you want to call it, but it's in that theme, which I did introduce some of that this year. So I have those, and then I picked up a couple of these little guys to add to that. These are just the muted leaves. They're not the bright oranges and reds. They're more of a muted color. And so I have some really large stems that I'm going to show you here in a minute to add to these two. Everything I'm showing you is going to go on the dining room table. And these were $2.99 each at 40% off. Then I picked up these guys. Now these do have some of the oranges in them, and I'm not sure that I'll use these this year, but I loved these. They only had 2 of them left, and I grabbed the last 2 that they had. These are $3.99 at 40% off, and you can still spread them out and get a little bit more coverage with them. but I think these are just adorable. I am going to add some pumpkins in with the muted colors that I have because it's Thanksgiving. You can't have Thanksgiving without pumpkins, right? These are flocked. Some people might call them velvet, but they're flocked pumpkins. They feel like velvet, but it's called a flocking. Technically, if you want to be technical, you can call them velvet or flocked, whatever you prefer. These were $8.99 at 40% off, and I just love these. I think these are so pretty. And my cat is over here trying to attack all this stuff. And then these are the big guys that big boys that I bought. I just lost a leaf on one too. Look at this. I'll be able to tuck it in somewhere. These are so pretty. I bent the stem just to try to fit it into my tote that I have, but these could be spread out, and you always want to wake up your florals, as they say. When they come, they're all bunched together and sleep, if you will. So you want to spread them out and wake them up, make them look like they're actually in the wild. You know, things in the wild grow all willy-nilly, so that's kind of what you want to make them look like. They have these beautiful pine cones, and I have some really big pine cones that I picked up when I was driving. I'm going to forget the name of the park. Oh my gosh. It's the big national park in California. I can't think of the name of it right now to save my life. I'll put it on the screen though. But it was absolutely beautiful. I had, long story short, I had found a car that I've been looking for, and it was in California. So me and my crazy self, I purchased the car, flew to California and drove it back home, and hit up a couple of national parks along the way, and I had a great time. It was beautiful. I love California. If I could afford to, I would live in California, but the cost of living there, as we know, is astronomical. I would do California or Florida, to be honest with you. If it ever becomes affordable, that's where your girl's going, for sure. But anyway, whenever I'm in California, I feel good. My bones don't hurt. My body doesn't hurt. I just feel good, and I'm happy. I feel at home in California. I feel alive. I don't have as many headaches. I just love it in California. Anyway, I digress. I stopped along the side of the road because I saw these. I don't have them with me, but you'll see them when I style my table. These pine cones were probably this big. I mean, they're like 6, 7, 8 inches. And I'm going to style them in on this display. So I have 2 of these, and they'll come together like this. And then there will be a centerpiece in the middle, which I'll show you here in just a moment. And then we're going to tuck all the other goodies I just showed you in, plus a few more that I will probably pull from what I have on display now for fall Halloween, because I'm going to, again, change out the living room to Christmas and just do Thanksgiving in the dining room. I don't think we're going to have Thanksgiving here this year. We have family in Indiana, and we kind of take turns. They come here one year, we go there one year. They've actually came the last 2 years. And I work just a quick 30-day part-time job in the winter. And I don't know that I'll be able to get off to go to Indiana. So I may be decorating just for me. No one will probably see it, but that's okay, because I like for my house to be beautiful and cozy and warm and inviting. And if anyone does wander by, great, it'll look beautiful for them. If not, it'll look beautiful just for me. All right, that is all. I did get another one of these. I have a couple of these I think in my kitchen now. I just picked up a third one, maybe a fourth one. I don't know how many I have in there. This was $4.99 at 40% off. And these big guys, I forgot to tell you, These were $17.99 a piece at 40% off. Well worth it. They're beautiful. They actually feel very soft and velvety, even though they're not flocked. They just feel that way. They are a beautiful, beautiful stem. Alrighty, I think next we will do HomeGoods. So the first thing from HomeGoods is more stems. These are gorgeous. I mean, just gorgeous. They're kind of a coppery color. They have a little bit of green in them. You know, leaves are naturally green. They even have a little bit of glitter, and if you know your girl, it's all about the bling. For me, like, it's all about the bling. So, you know those little old ladies that you see, I'm talking little old ladies, 75, 80 years old, and they're out, and they're just feisty and made up and blinged out. That's gonna be me. Yep, it'll be me. My kid, I've already warned my kids. They already know. This was $16.99 for a set of 3. There's 3 stems. And you know from HomeGoods there is no percent off. It is what it is when you get it. So anyway, these are gorgeous, and these are going to pair so, what a mess we have here. These are going to pair so nicely together. Isn't that just beautiful? I'm excited about setting that up. Alrighty, back to HomeGoods. Now I went out today on a whole mission. There is a pumpkin floating around by Christian Siriano. He is an amazing designer, but his primary focus is clothing design. And I'm telling you, his gowns are absolutely just fabulous, over the top fabulous. And I like to be a little over the top with my design. But he dabbles in home design as well as shoe design as well. But he has a little bit of home design. Everything that I've seen from him is true to Christian Siriano. It's just fabulous. So he has some pumpkins out that have these beautiful gold clusters of flowers just trickling down the sides of the pumpkin. The pumpkins come in black or white. I'll take either. I'm not picky, but they are so hard to find because when people find them, they snatch them up. So that was my mission, and it failed. But we have something that's a little close to it. It's not the Christian Siriano pumpkin, but it'll suffice for now. Hopefully I find one. If you guys see one, and you let me know and you want to send it to me, I'll pay you. Like, I'll pay you for shipping. I'll pay you for the pumpkin. It's that deep for me. They are absolutely gorgeous. I have never seen one in the store. I go to Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington, HomeGoods on a pretty regular basis, just scoping things out. I've never seen one in my stores here in the Kansas City area. I know some of the other collaborators that I watch, they're like more southern Georgia, things in that area. I think they're more progressive with design in those areas, so they may get items first. You know, here in Kansas City, we're Midwest, super traditional, super boring, and so a lot of times we don't get the cool stuff here. And if we do, it is snatched up with a quickness. So I'm on the lookout for those. So I'll show you that little piece last from Burlington. Well, it's a large piece actually, but it's close to what I'm looking for, but not the actual piece. So from HomeGoods, still, I found these beautiful leaf plates. They come in a set of 4. They are $9.99 for a set of 4. I wanted a more burnt orange reddish color, but they didn't have, they had sets of 4 that were like green and golden and brown and red. I didn't want all those different colors. I wanted the same color. So this is what we ended up. These will be used on my place settings. I bought 2 of these. They are beautiful. They are going to go very nicely. Again, let's see if I can pull this back up with this. You can see that. They're going to tie in very nicely with that. So we're going to use those in our place settings. I already have a style in mind for my table. Again, once I remove all my Halloween decor, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So we have 2 sets of those, $9.99 each, which is like $2.50 a plate. You can't beat that. And then also from HomeGoods, just some, it's like potpourri, plate fillers. Like if you have a decorative bowl or a plate, you fill them with this. They smell good, so this would be nice for fall. I'll put this out on my coffee table or maybe my sideboard. We'll see, but I bought some of those. They smell pretty good. These were, they weren't free. There they are, $12.99. They come in bigger, like ones this big. I didn't need all that. I just need a small amount. So hopefully these make my house smell amazing for fall, which today is the, well, I guess yesterday or today, I'm not sure, the official start of fall, which I'm really excited about. I love, love, love fall. I also got these. I don't know if you can see these. These for my guest bathroom. I keep these out in my guest bathroom for guests to wash their hands and dry. Right now I have pumpkins in there, but this is a more elegant look, and my bathroom is pretty elegantly styled, at least I think. And so these will look better. I am going to continue to use the pumpkins that's in there because they're out and it is what it is. That's what we're going to use, but maybe I'll save these for next year. These were $5.99. They're always $5.99. Some people use these for dinner napkins. I don't. They work great to dry your hands off in the bathroom. I'm not going to have a roll of paper towels out in my bathroom. I cannot. I just can't. So I'm a little bougie. So we're going to do these, and they work out great when you get the people that understand what they're for. Not everyone understands, but you got to teach them, right? And last but not least, I bought another fall candle. This is blingy, which, you know, I'm all about the bling. It is beautiful. Hopefully you can see that. There's a bling pumpkin on the lid. There's bling pumpkins all around. It's another pumpkin spice. It smells amazing. I have a small candle right now. I burn it every other day-ish, and so it's almost out. So this just is going to replace that. And then the last thing from HomeGoods. I talked about that big beautiful pumpkin. Well, maybe this is the knockoff version. It's not. I don't believe it's Christian Siriano. It is not. It's Laura Ashley. So it's kind of the knockoff of Christian Siriano, but it is still absolutely gorgeous. So should I find the Christian Siriano pumpkin, it will pair very nicely. This is big. I have a design idea in mind for this already. This is going to go on my island. It is gorgeous. It's not very heavy. It looks heavy, but it's not. But it's big. He's a big boy. Or she's a big girl, whichever you want to call it. This was $34.99. Worth every penny. It's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. So again, still on the hunt for the Christian Siriano. If I can find a picture of it, I'll post it up here. If I can't, well, you just have to let your imagination run wild. That is all from HomeGoods. We are going to move now to Burlington. So Burlington is kind of like Ross. You got to be really selective in what you get, because some of the stuff can be cheap and look cheap. And you don't want anything cheap in your home. Not anything that looks cheap. You can be cheap, but you don't want to look cheap. Okay? That makes sense. So, from Burlington, the first thing we have, I think this is the only Christmas thing I have, but we have, break something here, another reindeer. Isn't he gorgeous? It's very regal. I like more of the champagne gold, not that gaudy gold. This is more of a champagne. It's a little more subtle. Although some things I have are that gold. You know, it's okay. You can mix them. You can mix your metals. You could do golds and silvers. You can do golds and bronze. It's okay to mix your metals. So I have a variation of golds, but I prefer the subtle champagne gold. So this is just adding to my collection of reindeer. We gotta put the glasses back on here. And this guy was $12.99. I have noticed, like in my area, at this particular Burlington that I went to, they are remodeling, like they're redoing the whole store. And I even asked the lady, I'm like, are the aisles up to code? Because they are so narrow to get through. Like, they cannot possibly be up to code. However, that's what they're going with. The aisles are narrow. There's no two people passing down the same aisle. It is not going to happen. It's not. You either got to back up or hope the other person backs up, or there's only one person going down the aisle. I'm not sure who space planned it. I'm not sure why they are reducing their floor area to make their aisles so tiny and impassable. I don't think they're up to code, because a standard hallway is got to be at least 36 inches to be up to code. I'm willing to go take my tape measure into this Burlington and measure the aisle. I don't think they're up to code, but it's not my business. My goal is to get in and get out and remain safe, and hopefully no disasters happen. I just don't understand their logic behind such narrow aisles. Anyway, I say all of that to say that they seem to have stepped up their game when it comes to decor. A lot of time it was really hard to find different or unique stuff at Burlington that wasn't gaudy or kind of cheap looking. So they're doing better, and I'm really excited to see that. So, that being said, I know I'm going to need my glasses for these. Might as well not fight it. I have this beautiful little guy. This is a pair. It's in that black and white with the little gold leaf. It's so pretty. This was $6.99. And then I bought, in addition to that, let's see if it's in here. It's not, it's in a different bag. Well, we'll get to it. I'll pair them together when we get them. I don't want to rattle all these papers all over God's creation here. We'll come back. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I bought the apple to match. So these two are going to be paired together. Got the gold leaves. They were both $6.99. And you know what? Something I bought yesterday at Ross. I was just out and about. I already put it up, but hold on. I'm gonna go grab it and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got this yesterday at Ross. I didn't pick up a lot from Ross, but I saw this little teapot. Now, what is going to have to happen is my lines have to line up. The OCD in me will not. I can't do that. That would drive me crazy. So they got to match up, or the lid has to come off, which is probably what's going to happen, and a floral arrangement will go in here. But this is going to go on my tea station along with these guys. I don't know if I can pick them both up at the same time, but I will try. These are going to go together. It's going to be beautiful. So this came from Ross, as I mentioned. Kind of moved away from Burlington, but we're going to go right back. And this was $8.99 from Ross. So again, we got to get those lines to match up, or your girl's going to go nuts. But the OCD it's real, yeah. I'm the type of person, I have a video that I did today of, hopefully it comes out okay, of a shopping video of me walking through HomeGoods. And in the video, you will actually see me straightening some of the things on the shelf. It's that bad. If I'm at the grocery store and the line is long, I'm probably straightening up the gum and the candy bars. Like, it's serious, y'all. It's, if I go somewhere and I see somebody's mat is crooked, I could come to your house, and if your front mat on your front step is crooked, I'm probably going to straighten it before I ring the doorbell. Sorry, that's just me. I can't do crooked. So, you know, I might be a little eccentric, but that's just me. That's Roxy, and Roxy has a little bit of OCD, and that's okay. So, again, that lid's gonna have to match, or it's gonna have to come off. But we're gonna make it work. We are. All right, my next thing from Burlington, and I don't need the glasses for this. I can see this. This is $6.99. It's just an orb. It's the black and gold. It's so pretty. So I'll have like a little flat, shallow bowl that I can put these in and style it. I had not seen these at Burlington before, and I just thought that was so pretty. All right, let's grab another bag here. All right, we have some towels that I picked up. I think they just put these two in a bag, so I have the set. But these beautiful bath towels, they have, it's not quite a Greek fret, but it's almost coming off as a Greek fret, like this architectural element here. It's beautiful. They were $7.99 each, and I bought two. I don't know where I'm going to put these yet. Probably in my bathroom once I get to that. But we'll see. And I have more that goes with this set. It's just a matter of me getting everything out at the same time. Just bear with me here. Okay, here's the rest of the set. I just have the hand towels and the face towels. 2 of each. Actually, it might be 4 face towels, which is okay. You need more than 2. And 2 hand towels. So that set will be gorgeous. And again, I think those are going to go in my bathroom, which a video will be coming on that. I'm working on painting all of the wood that's in that bathroom white, with the exception of the door. So I painted the window trim around the closet. I'm working on the baseboards. I have a jetted jacuzzi tub that is outdated, but it is what it is, not my house. but it has the opening in front, so in case you need to repair the tub or something. So I'm painting that white, and then I'm painting the actual vanity white. In my other two bathrooms, I painted them tricorn black, which I love, with the gold knobs. They're beautiful. I don't have that video anymore. I did that last year, and I don't think I kept it. But you've seen the black vanity in my hallway bath here. I wanted to do the tricorn black in my bathroom, but there is so much brown tile in there. And when I post that video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Hopefully you come back and watch it. The black against that brown tile would have just yellowed it out, just like it did on my fireplace. On my last video, I posted of what my fireplace used to look like and what it looks like now. And I had just painted the wood surround of it black, and then the tile surround of the actual firebox just yellowed out. It was hideous. So they gave me permission to paint the tile black, and it looks fabulous now. I know that they are not going to want to come into that bathroom and replace all the tile. I do not want a whole wall of black tile in there if I painted it black, because it would just be too much. So I made the decision to just paint the vanity white. It's that honey oak from 1990, which you see here and there throughout the house. I am on a slow process of getting it painted. I wanted to add, I have the flat panel doors that have zero character. They're just flat panel, hollow core doors. Honey oak. Very outdated. I wanted to add molding to those, you know, and paint them to make it look like they were a raised panel door. But I don't know if I want to put that expense into a house that's not mine. So I'm painting the trim. I am up in the air about what I'm going to do with those doors. I just don't know. I don't know. That's a work in progress. And then I got the whole entire kitchen that is honey oak, and it's a lot. They have given me permission to paint it, but that is a huge, huge, huge job. And I'm not going to be able to get to it before the end of the year, that's for sure. But I should be able to finish my bathroom. And then we'll just go from there and see what we're going to do. So, anyway, what I need to do is start looking for a house to buy in California somewhere. These, my friend may be watching, and if she sees these, it's okay. But every time I'm out and I see something adorable, my best friend, my bestie, Latrice, if I see something for her, I will buy it. And these are salt, I don't know if you can see them, but they're elephant salt and pepper shakers, and their little trunks interlock. She will love these. She'll absolutely love them. They're $5. It doesn't matter that she knows the price, but she'll love them, and I just buy them. I still have another friend that loves chickens. I got an elephant girlfriend, I got a chicken girlfriend. And when I find cute little chickens, I buy those for my other friend. So, you know, I'm a very giving person. So if I see something that I know that they'll love and is adorable, it's just a quick little gift that says, hey, I'm thinking of you and I appreciate having you in my life. So that's what it is. And then we have, we're going to go back to our haul here. Another little orb. And I have two of these. We'll have to dig the other one out. This was $4.99. Again, I've not seen these at Burlington. They are so pretty. This will go again in a little shallow tray on a table. The other one has a different design, and I'll find that here. They just kind of, you know how they do. They throw everything in random bags without any coordination on their end. Let's see if we can find the other one. I think this might be it. And it is. So here's the other one. I will show them together. I will probably end up putting these in with that big black and gold one that you saw. I'll be going with the black and white decor and gold. I'm probably adding in a touch of purple. My gray. Well, for Christmas, I'm going to have black and gold up. I'm going to take, believe it or not, I'm going to take all of my purple out for Christmas, because my tree will be red, white. Everything else will be just the normal decor, will be black and white. Then I'll have my gold mixed in with my acrylic reindeer, sprinkled with my vintage Christmas pieces that I mentioned I have for my kids. But after Christmas, we're probably going to be going with the black, white, and gold. Maybe purple, maybe not. Depends on how I'm feeling that day. So those will be beautiful together. I have found, I love risers. I like to add height to certain things. So when you design or when you style something, we're just going to use, I don't know what to use as an example, but if you styled this and this next to each other, or like, let's use candlesticks for an example. You don't want them really to be the same height. You want to create interest to the space. So you want to have one raised and one lower. So this riser, I think I'm going to put that big, beautiful pumpkin on this riser to elevate the space. And then I'll have some lower things around it. But it just gives your area, your little vignette that you're styling, visual interest to have things of varying heights. You don't want everything straight across all the same height. You want some tall, some medium, some low, and that just gives you an elevated look. It looks like a designer maybe came into your house to help you style, or you've got that natural talent yourself without having had formal education. Many people have it without actually going to school to be a designer. And they know just to create varying heights in their decor to give that space visual interest. They teach you that in design school, but some people just have it naturally. Okay. I have, I don't know if she watches these videos, she probably doesn't, but I have a mentor from college that I am in contact with on social media. I got more out of her classes than I did any other instructor. She was simply amazing, and she always told me, Roxanne, you've definitely got the knack to do this. And that made me really happy. Okay, sorry, friends. I had to pull myself together. I'm very emotional. I'm sure some of that is probably postmenopausal, but I'm just a crybaby at heart. Have you ever wanted to do something and you doubted yourself? Like, am I really capable of doing this? Am I good enough to do this? You watch so many other people with so much talent and you're like, can I do this? Do I have the knack to it? And to have she was actually not just an instructor, she was the program director for design, to tell me that I have the knack, it meant the world to me. While I was going through design school, I used to clean houses. Now, mind you, let's digress. I actually had 4 jobs while I was going through design school. 4. I cleaned houses. I had my own cleaning business. I didn't work for anyone else. I had my own cleaning business. I worked 3 other part-time jobs. One well, in the beginning of design school, I worked at like a shoe store, DSW. I did beer vending at the Chiefs Stadium, carrying like big loads of beer around, just so it was like 2 days a month. It was backbreaking work, but the tips were great. Drunk people tip really well. And then I sold Avon, which was a job in itself. So I had 4 jobs, and then when I was nearing completion of my design studies, I took on an internship for a local design firm. They did blinds, paint, but they also sold decor in store, wallpapers, artwork, and then they had actual design services where, you know, we come in and pick your fabrics and your wallpapers and so on and so forth. So that I did towards the latter part of my career. Not career, schooling, should I say. But all this while, I was still cleaning houses. And I had clients that I would bring up design suggestions to, because if you have the knack, you have the knack. You could see it, right? And I think many of them thought that because I was just cleaning their house, I was a house cleaner, that I didn't actually have the design talent to do their homes. Now, there were a few that did let me do some design. I did custom paint work back when the faux painting was really in. I did some custom paint work. Well, I didn't do it, but I had contractors come in and do custom paint work, window treatments. I have one client who just kind of gave me free reign, and we did a lot of reupholstering. She had beautiful, beautiful heirloom furniture that she had inherited from her mother. Just beautiful pieces that you pass down from generation to generation, but it needed to be reupholstered and brought up to date. So we did that. We installed blinds. We did window treatments. So there were a few who put that trust in me, but there were those who gave me the impression that they just didn't think I was good enough because I was there cleaning their house, that I didn't have any design talent. So going back to the program director saying, girl, you got this, you've got a knack for this, you can do this, it meant the world to me. So all that being said, whether you are formally trained or you were just born with the talent, as many of you are, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do what you set your mind to. That's it. We're going to go back to the haul. I'm done with the tears, okay? I'm done. I promise. All right, so back to the haul. Picked up some, I've been on a stem frenzy, if you will. I picked up these beautiful stems. Again, I think these are meant to replicate zinnias or are zinnias. Some flowers I know and some I don't. Sorry. These were $8.99 for a set of 4, which is an excellent deal. These are beautiful. These are going to pair, if I can get it out, with this, along with those big beautiful stems that I showed you from Hobby Lobby and the copper colored leaves. And we're going to add a couple pumpkins in here. So yeah, this is beautiful. This will be the, I got to go find candles, but this is going to look gorgeous on my dining room table. This was $17.99. They had one my eye was drawn to because it was blingy, but it had more of the oranges, like a little more orange than I really wanted to go on this table. I am going to implement a little bit of orange again with those pumpkins, I believe. I have to pull it all together and see. But it had more orange than I wanted for the display that I have in mind. So This is going to be absolutely gorgeous together. I can't wait to put that together and show you. I just have to go to probably HobbyLobby or Michael's to find the candles that I want to go here. So again, this was $17.99. We're still at Burlington and we're almost done actually with our haul. We have one more item. This I'm going to put it out somewhere. I'm not sure where, but this girl right here caught my eye as soon as I walked in the door at Burlington. You know, I like Halloween decor. I do. I love the fun, whimsical bits that Halloween can bring to your home without being creepy and satanic and spooky and all that. Your girl don't do all that. She just does fun, whimsical stuff. I love this little jack-o'-lantern with the witch's hat, and she lights up. That is gorgeous. I couldn't pass her up. So I'm going to add her in somewhere here on stuff that I already have out. Again, I like to add little pieces here and there throughout the years. She was $14.99. She's worth every penny of it. She's ceramic. She is beautiful. I couldn't leave her there. So that is the end of my haul. I do not plan on buying any more fall stuff this year unless I find that Christian Siriano pumpkin. And I have to find candles for the centerpiece. Other than that, I believe that I am done with fall. I need to keep my tail end out of the stores. It's getting ready to be AEP. Yes, I'm an interior designer. I have degrees in design. It is my passion. It's what I love to do. But the way I make money and pay my bills right now is I'm an insurance broker, as you may or may not know. And my primary focus is Medicare. So I'm giving myself a little plug here, okay? Selflessly, shamelessly giving myself a plug. The annual enrollment period is right around the corner. For Medicare, I will be swamped. You will probably only see some shorts from me here and there. My content is going to slow down. Please don't stop following me. Please still stay subscribed. I promise I'll be back. But I have to focus on AEP and take care of my little seniors. I adore them. It is a crazy, hectic 7 weeks out of the year. I am chained to my desk for 12 to 14 hours a day. I will, not sure how, I will take time out. I'll need the break. I'll take time out to style my kitchen and dining room with these beautiful new things that you've just seen, as well as get my Christmas tree pulled in here and get that decorated. I'll need the break. It will be much welcomed. And I'll just take like an evening or a couple evenings out to do all of that. In the meantime, I may incorporate some of this stuff now. I'll do a quick little short here and there to show you what I have. Please don't go away. I'll be back. I just won't be able to do long videos 2 or 3 days a week. Starting next week, your girl will be swamped. The calls and the emails are already coming in. If you happen to be a Medicare age and you need an agent, I am licensed in 40 states. You can find my reviews on Google, RR Agency LLC. You'll see my mugshot. It's a little bit of a younger photo, but it's so good. Hey, don't be afraid to hit me up. Or if you know someone else who needs help with Medicare. So, that being said, back to design. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you viewing. I know this is a long video, but we got a lot done. We got some emotions out, got a few stories out. I appreciate you. If you watched all the way through, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you will, if you like what you saw. And I enjoy chatting with you. For those who do leave me comments, I love it. Continue to chat with me. If you have any ideas, please feel free to shoot them my way. Other than that, fill your house with the things that you love, that bring you joy, that bring your house to a home, a place that you want to come home to and relax in every single day. And have a wonderful evening. Smooches.